The average student can agree that college is almost a full-time career in itself, but imagine putting a job or two jobs on top of this. Student workers are constantly faced with stress and burdens that can drastically interfere with their academic and personal lives. This documentary will explore the lives of student workers at the Wright State Guardian, an on-campus student-run organization that focuses on delivering news to faculty and the student body of Wright State. Founded in 1965, the Wright State Guardian provides news to over 120,000 people and gathers over 2,000 page views every week. Whether it's writing controversial stories, difficulties reaching sources, or even the hardships of managing school, a personal life, and work, this documentary will capture the struggles but yet success of student workers at the Wright State Guardian.
My name is Emily Mancuso, and I am the Wright Life editor for the Wright State Guardian. I'd say that one of the most stressful times in my time at the Guardian was about a year and a half ago. What happened was I was writing this article about this new sorority on campus, and they were having their class reveal for the first time. I couldn't go to it, so I sent a reporter to go get everybody's names, and I foolishly, when I wrote the article, took the names exactly as the reporter had written them, and then we ended up getting this pretty scathing email from one of the members of the sorority being like, this is unacceptable, which it wasn't. I feel like it's a very basic thing of journalism. You gotta make sure you get people's names right. My stress management was already really bad because I was stressed out with work, with school, and I was still a commuter. And I remember just sitting in my car afterwards, having a panic attack and crying to my dad about how I was so horrible and they're gonna hate me. When you have anxiety and you get feedback, it can be 90% positive, but you only focus on the 10% negative.
My name is Monica Bruto, and I'm the digital managing editor here at the Wright State Guardian. I'm required to be here 18 hours a week, but it is way more than that. It's probably closer to 20 or 23. So I've been really stressed out actually lately. There's been a lot going on in my personal life, and so it really affects how my school work goes and how my work goes here. But I try to leave that all at the door, so to speak, when I'm at school and when I'm working, just so I can focus on getting things done because other people rely on me. Student journalism matters because college kids are ignored so often. I think as the next generation of leaders and workers in the world, even though most of us are already working right now, we're ignored, our opinions are ignored, and I think student journalism sheds light on our opinions. I would just say that working, school is a full-time job, and working can also be a full-time job, and most students on this campus have more than one job. So it's really important for us to find balance.
My name is Alexis Lewis, and I'm the editor-in-chief at the Wright State Guardian. I'm supposed to work about 20 hours a week, and I would say I actually probably work about 30, 35, just trying to perfect everything, make sure everything's good to go.
That's almost a full-time job too, yeah. So you're putting a full-time job on top of a full-time student.
Yeah, and part-time job.
Yeah, and a part-time job too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Most stressful that I've ever been while working at the Guardian was definitely in April, so last semester. I remember there was a Saturday where I was visiting my parents and we were in Yellow Springs. There was just this intense weight and pressure and just feeling that I couldn't let go in the back of my head. At that time, as managing editor, we had a full staff, so that equated to about 32, 34 pages of edits every week. And it was kind of at the end of the semester, so other final projects were starting to kind of mount on top of it. And I had my other part-time job, and I also had family and just personal problems that you go through all the time. We were sitting in this restaurant in Yellow Springs, and I just started breaking down in front of my parents and in front of everybody there. And I started crying so much. It just starts accumulating, and then you feel that weight on your chest. And then that day in April was just my tipping point. Student journalism matters because it's student-led and student-run. We offer a voice for students, but I think the biggest thing is that we make important news accessible to them, because at the end of the day, students deserve to know what's happening at the university at all levels. And so that's what we're here to do, and that's what also makes our job really difficult, because we're seen as just students, and we're not seen as trying to do a job, trying to fulfill a purpose that's a little bit bigger than just needing to publish so many stories per week. And that weight falls on our shoulders. And it's a very stressful thing, but it's a very rewarding thing.